Hey guys, Rob Davis here with One Blue Robot. I am in the home of Xela Andrews with Spaces in Bloom. She's an interior designer. We're super excited to be working with her, not only because she's really good, but because she's such a nice person. It's so easy, it's so fun. So Xela, tell me how you got into interior design.
It's something I've always loved since I was little. I would take my bedroom and make it the prettiest bedroom in the house and move stuff around all the time, and just as I've gotten older, it's just evolved into more and helping people, and it's something I love. Okay, so this is a room that I have recently been redecorating. Just got the room painted and put up these photos. I wanted to do a gallery wall, and so I was thinking that a trick that I always use is blue tape. Blue tape is your friend. When you're doing a gallery wall, it can save you hours of time and holes in your walls. So when I do this, I really mapped it out with the blue tape, and it's easy because you can just put it on the wall and get things exactly the way you want. Then you make the holes and then put up the frames. Makes it easy. You only have one hole per picture. It's great. Absolutely, and it's all about the little details that bring in that personal part of you into your home, that people go in and they say, oh, this is Xela's home. Obviously, this is what she's about.
So that brings up my next question. In interior design, if I had you come in and redesign a room in my home or multiple rooms or my whole home, the real objective is not for you, I'm assuming, to showcase your style and what you like.
Right.
It's really about taking the time to understand what I or any client. So explain how you kind of go about that.
Well, I want the space to be authentically you, for sure. I don't want it to be my home, it's your home. And so the things that are important to you are going to be part of the design. Things that you care about, colors that you enjoy, the feel of a space that you want it to be. That's my job. So you tell me these things and then I figure out how I can get that to work for you. Okay, so this is my guest bedroom, and when I wanted to decorate this room, I really wanted to bring that farmhouse style into my house. I don't have it all over the place, but this was a room that I felt like I could just kind of blow up. So my first thing was to do a shiplap wall, because that is huge in the farmhouse style, shiplap. Now, I didn't hire somebody to do this. I just said, hey, hubby, I would like a shiplap wall. So him and my son, they spent the weekend, literally Saturday actually. It was a trip to Home Depot, some paint. I don't even think he needed to buy new tools. I think he had everything. So it was easy, in a day, had my perfect shiplap wall. One of the other things that I got were these cute swing shelves, and I just love them. They were Hobby Lobby, and just really decorated the wall and made it feel kind of whimsical and fun, and just added a few things, and that's the room. Well, the hot style right now, industrial farmhouse. That's huge. If you watch Fixer Upper, then you know exactly what that is.
So Fixer Upper, is that the whole Waco couple?
That's the Waco phenomenon, yes.
Okay.
And that's huge. As people are trying to figure out how to make their not Texas farmhouse look like a farmhouse.
So they have a very contemporary house. They say, hey, Xela, come make my house look industrial farmhouse.
So it's just integrating those little bits that they like, because you can't completely change your house to be a farmhouse, but you can just integrate little parts that give you that feel that you are liking from the show.
What happens when it changes and is out of style?
Well, that does happen. And luckily trends, they tend to stay about 10 years. That tends to be the space. It used to be the old world contemporary, or old world traditional, where we had the reds and the greens and the golds, and that was huge. And now people, they don't want that. They want the grays and the blues and the whites, and they want to totally brighten up their spaces because that felt too dark. And I think it has a lot to do with what's going on in life. We all want to feel lighter. Life's too heavy, so we want to lighten it up, and we make our spaces lighter.
So Xela, one of the things that I know is hard probably for most interior designers is people understanding what the full scope of work is and kind of what's going to take place and how the process works. Because, you know, for me as a really unartistic person, I kind of get lost in the, well, okay, so you're going to do what and when and how much is it going to cost me? So I know that you have a great system in place where it seems as though everyone starts with a consultation,
right,
regardless of whether they choose to work with you or take what advice you give them. And I love the fact that you told me that in that consultation, they leave with 4 very specific things that you've outlined for them, that even if they choose not to use your full-time services, they have things with the direction of how to make it work,
right,
that they can go DIY, right?
Absolutely.
They can go do it themselves.
Absolutely.
But that being said, then I know, there's the other side of it where you say, I'm here full service, right? So what do you find that people are most surprised by when they say, okay, I want you to come on full service?
Look at a room and they say, yes, I want that. But they forget that a sectional might cost $3,000 to $4,000, and then you've got to paint, and you've got to pay for a painter unless you want to do it yourself. I hate painting myself. So there's that, there's draperies, there's so many things. And really, to get that overall look that you're searching for, it's in the little details that you probably aren't even aware that that's what it takes, is those little details. So there's so much that when a person says, can you do this room for $1,000? Sure,
no.
but it's not going to look like
right.
like
it's
what
not
you
going to
want.
look like the magazine
No.
picture you just brought out.
No.
People can expect with you to be very upfront in the sense that, look, you can do a consultation. I'm going to leave you with 4 very specific things
Right.
that you're going to take away. That if you decide to do it yourself, you can. But if you're going to engage my services, I'm going to be very upfront, and I'm going to be very realistic.
Right.
And I love one thing that you said. So if you say, hey, you're going to replace furniture, or if it's an empty room and you're going to get furniture, you have places that you send people to, very specific places, and that's it. And I love the fact that you told me that you don't get any kickback. There's no setup with those businesses. You recommend that people go there because they get a quality product with great customer service and have the experience that you want them to have.
Exactly.
And so they know what they're going to be spending with you right up front. You lay it out as best as you can, understanding because you spend the time to make sure that it's all qualified before anything begins, right?
Right.
Here's where we're going, here's what it's going to take, so on and so
Exactly.
forth. And that's probably a little different than what a lot of people are expecting
I think so.
or get.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, there's a whole process to this, and it doesn't just, you can't just do a room in one day. There's a whole process, and making it the perfect room for you takes time. And so we'll get there.
Xela Andrews, Spaces in Bloom.